Yo, I said, yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy coming to you guys with another video, man. We're gonna get straight into today's video. So as you guys can see, I got the red corner and I got the blue corner. I got control of both corners, and today we're gonna be seeing, can we get a draw in UFC 4? Because we all know that that's a possibility in real life. It's very possible that you can get a draw in real life. We've seen fighters get draws in real life. This is not something that's not real, but it's a part of the sport. So you would love to think that, you know, when they make a game, everything that's in the sport is in the game. That's the most logical sense. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna make this as easy as possible. We're gonna put the stats matching up perfectly together because we want to make sure that there's no power advantage, because you guys know how it is. Even if it's a jab, sometimes if somebody has more power than the other fighter, then the power just generated from the other fighter might just be enough to make, you know, that person with the higher power win. So that's not even what we're gonna do. We're gonna simply go off of equal stats. So what we're gonna do right here is we're gonna pick Max Holloway, right? Because not too many guys have the same type of stats in the division, so it'll be a little bit more difficult to find some people with the same power. If we scroll through, you see everybody's power is pretty much different. We're not seeing too much as, I mean, 93 punching power for Brian Ortega, and then 93 punching power for Danny Ige. So we'll do it like that. Let's do it like that, where the punching power is the exact same, so we don't get any type of weird mishaps. And then we can select Dan Ige right here. So we're literally getting the same punching power on both sides, guys. So we're gonna throw a jab, just one jab. We're not gonna sit here and do too much. It's gonna take as simple as that. We want the stats to equal out to that. Jab for jab, both 93 power, 93 punching power. So we want to find out, can we get a draw in UFC 4? Can we get a draw? Because UFC 5 is supposed to be coming out. I would have loved to set this year, but honestly, we have not heard anything from EA about the game, like literally nothing. So that leaves us here to just sit around still. I mean, UFC 3 or UFC 4 came out in 2020. In August, it'll be 3 years since the game has been out. Why do we not have UFC 5? There's a whole entire new, consoles. There's Xbox Series X and there's a PS5. There's no reason why we shouldn't have a new UFC game at this point, especially with how well the UFC has been progressing over the years, especially since the pandemic. There's a lot more fans than there was 3 years ago, obviously, with, just with the natural growth of anything. But especially with the UFC, they've been crushing it, as Dana White likes to say. But, that is true because the fans have gone crazy over the past couple of years. So we're going to make them boys do their little walkout. Danny Ige versus Brian Ortega. Is this a fight that you guys want to actually see in real life? You know what I'm saying? Because I think Ilya Topuria does have a fight booked, and then Brian Ortega is just up there recovering from the injury. I think Danny gets really further down the rankings, but he did get a great bounce back win versus Damon Jackson. So we're gonna skip it now, guys, and it's simple. Jab for jab. Now, depending on what stance they're in, okay, so it appears that they're both orthodox. Yep, they're both orthodox. So what we're gonna do is, it's gonna be simple, guys. All right, controller's kind of messed up a little bit here, so we're just gonna walk forward to him. Jab for jab now. Ready? So we're gonna go one strike for one strike. So as simple as this. We're gonna go one jab, and we're gonna pause to make sure, the fight stats are the exact same. One-on-one. There should be no type of random confusion. It's both one-on-one. So now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna let this run through, guys. And what we're looking for is, we are looking for a draw. That's what we're looking for. Both 93 punching power, both with the same jab. We're looking for a draw, as simple as that. So we're gonna fast forward to the end, and if we don't get a draw, we're gonna find out.
What the fuck, nigga?
All right, so there was definitely some weird developments. Like, first round it said looking good, then second round it said keep using your jiu-jitsu. Like, what the hell's going on? Oh god.
30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous
What the hell?
What the hell was that?
How? Bro, how? Just tell me how. Please tell me how. How? I just want to know how. Strike for strike, and we literally get a 30-27. So yeah, clearly guys, the judging system is not real. Like, it's clearly fake. It's clearly just like a randomizer or something like that, or I don't know, maybe it gets going once you start fighting and you gotta start stunning people. Like, there needs to be more stats input into the judging system that's in the game for it to really operate somewhat correctly, because there's even been times where I've lost a decision or I'm like, what? And even vice versa, where I've won a decision and I'm like, what? So yeah, there's definitely something clearly wrong with the decision, the judging on this. But you know what? To be fair, both the judging in the game and in real life is in shambles right now. So I guess it does make sense that it's like this. But yo, in both editions, in both ways, in real life, the judging needs to get fixed, and definitely in the game too, the judging needs to get fixed. So when UFC 5 comes out, please, EA, the developers, whoever ends up making UFC 5, if it's still EA, if it's whoever it ends up being, please make sure that y'all get this fixed, because this is really random and really odd and really weird. This should not be going on, but for some odd reason, it's going on. So yeah, y'all boys do me a favor, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, man. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see going forward in the future, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's your boy John Ranks, and I'm out, y'all. Peace.
Gang, they cannot do it like him. Nobody shooting like him. Gang, nobody doing like him. That nigga hate everyone cause he broke, and that's why nobody like him. Gang, SD gun, now he talking this shit.